Okay, so today we're going to go through the Starbuds manager tip training. This is a very straightforward process for you guys because all of your tips are individualized. There's not really too much that from a payroll perspective that we really need from you. It's just going to be understanding how to input people into POSaBIT. So that way, when we are exporting that report and we're trying to get your bud tenders paid for the tips that they earned, everything is paid out correctly. So this overview is going to be how to go actually put someone in POSaBIT. So we'll go over like a higher level view of this and then get into like a demo of what to actually put in and where we can find this information at. So our first one is going to be how to put someone into POSaBIT. You as the manager are going to put someone into POSaBIT. You'll do this whether when you have a new hire or a employee from another store is coming over, just so that way those tips get allocated to them. And then as you can see, there's a screenshot of like the add cashiers button. This screenshot, I'll show you guys a demo of how to get to this and where to find the employee IDs for everything. Uh, and then secondly, we'll have a screenshot of the information that we'll have to put into POSaBIT. The most important part of this is going to be that last name field. If you see, I have a box highlighted. It's got the last name. Our example's name is John Doe. And it'll have their last name, dash, and then I'm using 1234 as their employee ID number. Now, you can see that there's two spots for the employee ID. There's an actual employee ID column, and then there's the last name dash employee ID number. It's very important that we have this ID in both locations because when we go to export this report, the only number that shows up for us is going to be that last name dash employee ID number. So if we don't have the correct ID number in there, it could allocate the tips to the improper employee, or we may not know what employee it's supposed to go to. So it's super important that those ID numbers are accurate. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of this presentation and pull up POSaBIT and also work so that way you guys can see, one, where we can find that ID number, and then also how to navigate to this screenshot in POSaBIT. So give me 1 second here to exit out of this. All right. And then so as you guys can see, I am in work now as a test manager. How you guys will be able to view your employees' ID numbers, they're in multiple different sections of work, but where I would recommend you guys view it is under your hamburger menu in the team section under my team. If we go to team members, you'll be able to view your team members here, and then you can click in to each team member's profile. In the profile, there's an employee ID. That's going to be the number that we want to put by their last name. So we'll use Aaron as an example for our POSaBIT as well. So as if I was going to be putting Aaron into POSaBIT. So we'll switch over to our POSaBIT screen. I'm already logged in. For my multi-store operators, we'll want to make sure that the store that you're selected is where you want the employee to go to for your cashiers. So for this example, we're just going to say Starbuds Arapahoe, which is what's selected here. And then we'll want to go under account and then cashiers. When we get to the cashier's screen, you'll be able to see a list of all of your employees. I would just double check after this meeting that all of your employees' ID numbers are in correctly, and they all have that like last name dash their employee ID function, just as a, making sure our record's clean. But in this cashier section, if you click add cashier, you'll be able to type in all that information from our screenshot from our PowerPoint. So for this example, for Aaron, we'll just do Aaron's first name and then Aaron's last name. I'm just going to copy and paste this over and then dash their employee ID number. So Aaron's employee ID number is 1301. So I'm going to put dash 1301. And then this unique pin you can get with your bud tender on what they want that to be or how you guys have discussed it in your store. From a payroll standpoint, I'm not really too concerned about that pin. And then we'll also want to put Aaron's employee ID number in this employee ID section as well. So I'm just going to use 000 for this unique pin. For this store. I am going to go ahead and delete it out. But once you hit submit, it'll give you this cashier was successfully added. And then you'll be able to find that employee right here in your employee roster. And like I said, I need to go ahead and delete Aaron out of here so it doesn't mess with Starbuds Arapahoe. But yeah, that's gonna be our overview of how to add someone into POSaBIT and also how to get that information as well. So I'm gonna pull back up our presentation here. Great. Awesome. All right, and then this is just a reminder when our payroll deadline is. Our payroll deadline is going to be Monday at 9 a.m. So we just want to make sure that everyone is familiar with when that deadline is, and also make sure that all of your employees have their information into POSaBIT by this time. Ready? And then this is mine and Andrew's contact information. Keep this in your back pocket in case you need to contact us for anything, but anything related to payroll, we want to just have you email to the payroll inbox. Both me and Andrew are monitoring that inbox, so it'll be a great way that your message gets to both of us. And then I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor for any questions. Yes, Jesse?
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Do you need us to update the employee IDs for our teams, correct?
Yeah, if you want to go through and double check your team's POSaBIT, that would be awesome. I've been trying to manage this on the back end myself, but if you just want to do like a quick double check after this meeting, I would really appreciate it.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you. Anyone else? Alrighty, guys. Well, with that being said, if you think of any other questions, feel free to reach out to both me and Andrew. We're always here. You can either Teams us or email us and we'll get back to you. But I'm going to go ahead and give us some time back into our day and go ahead and end this meeting. Thank you.